Hello everyone. Today we re-diving into one of the most astonishing true stories in natural science, a group of tiny Earth organisms that can survive the airless, freezing, radiation-filled vacuum of outer space. No spacesuit, no shelter, no life support required. For as long as humans have looked to the stars, we've viewed space as a completely hostile void, a place where life as we know it cannot exist for more than a few seconds. We build massive rockets, heavy pressurized suits, and sealed habitats just to step beyond our planet's protective atmosphere. Yet right here on Earth, hidden in damp moss, forest soil, and even the cracks of city sidewalks, there are creatures so extraordinarily tough they can endure conditions that would kill any human, any mammal, any insect, almost instantly. These are not aliens or fictional monsters. They are real, living, breathing micro-animals called tardigrades, known to many as water bears or moss piglets. Over the next few minutes, we will explore their unbelievable survival skills, the groundbreaking space experiments that proved their powers, the biological secrets that let them cheat death, and why these tiny beings are rewriting the entire rulebook for what life can withstand. Let's start with what makes these creatures so unique. Tardigrades are among the smallest and toughest animals on Earth, measuring just 0.1 to 1.5 millimeters long. So small you could fit dozens of them on the head of a pin. Under a microscope, they look oddly cute, plump, segmented bodies, 8 short stubby legs, tipped with tiny claws, and a soft rounded appearance that inspired their nickname, water bears. They were first discovered in 1773 by German biologist Johann August Ephraim Goes, who named them little water bears because of their slow lumbering movements. Later, scientists classified them as tardigrada, meaning slow stepper. For nearly 250 years, we thought they were just curious, harmless little creatures that lived in moist environments. No one could have predicted they would become the first animals to prove life can survive in open space. Tardigrades live almost everywhere on Earth, in the frozen tundra of the Arctic, the scorching deserts of Africa, the deepest ocean trenches, and the highest mountain peaks. All they need is a tiny bit of moisture to stay active. When water dries up, temperatures spike or drop to deadly levels, or pressure becomes extreme, they do something no other complex animal can do. They enter a state called cryptobiosis, a kind of suspended animation between life and death. In this state, they retract their legs, curl into a tiny barrel-shaped form, called a ton, and expel more than 97% of the water from their bodies. Their metabolism slows to just 0.01% of its normal rate, so low that scientists can barely detect it. They replace lost water with a special sugar called trehalose, which forms a glass-like shield inside their cells, protecting proteins and DNA from damage. This isn't just hibernation. It has a complete shutdown that can last for decades, and when water returns, they rehydrate and wake up as if nothing happened. The moments that changed biology forever came in 2007, when the European Space Agency launched the Photon M3 mission into low Earth orbit. As part of the TOS experiment, scientists placed 2 species of tardigrades, Rictursius, coronifer, and Milnezium tardigradum, directly into the harsh environment of space, with no protection at all. For 10 full days, these tiny creatures floated 258 kilometers above Earth, exposed to 3 of space's most lethal conditions: the complete vacuum of space, extreme temperatures, swinging from -272 degrees C, near absolute zero, to 150 degrees C, and intense solar and cosmic radiation, thousands of times stronger than on Earth's surface. Some were shielded from UV radiation. Others faced full exposure. When the samples returned to Earth, the results shocked the world. More than 68% of the tardigrades, exposed only to vacuum, revived within 30 minutes of rehydration. Many even reproduced normally afterward. Those exposed to both vacuum and UV radiation had lower survival rates, but some still lived, making them the first and only animals known to survive unprotected in open space. Later, missions confirmed these findings. In 2011, tardigrades spent 534 days on the outside of the International Space Station, enduring long-term space exposure. Some survived even more remarkably. In 2019, an Israeli lunar lander carrying thousands of dehydrated tardigrades crashed onto the moon. While we don't know if they survived the impact, it's entirely possible they lie dormant on the lunar surface, waiting for water that will never come, still technically alive in their cryptobiotic state. What makes their radiation resistance so incredible? Human cells die at just 5 gray units of radiation. Tardigrades can survive up to 5,000 gray units, over 1,000 times the lethal dose for humans. Recent genetic research, including breakthrough studies from Chinese scientists in 2024, has uncovered 3 key mechanisms. First, tardigrades have acquired special genes from bacteria, fungi, and plants through horizontal gene transfer, which help them produce protective compounds like beta-lanes that fight cell-damaging, reactive oxygen species. Second, they produce unique disordered proteins that form protective structures around their DNA and rapidly repair radiation-induced damage. Third, ancient proteins, shared with other animals, work differently in tardigrades, launching powerful stress responses that shield cells from destruction. One special protein, called DSUP, short for damage suppressor, wraps around DNA like a protective blanket, blocking radiation and preventing breaks that would kill other creatures. Tardigrades aren't completely alone in this resilience. A few other Earth organisms can survive extreme vacuum and radiation, though none match the tardigrade's all-around toughness. Bedloid rotifers, another microscopic aquatic animal, can survive deep vacuum, intense radiation, and extreme desiccation. They repair massive DNA damage quickly and have survived for millions of years without sexual reproduction. Then there's Deinococcus radiogirans, a bacterium, often called Conan, the bacterium, which can survive 15,000 gray units of radiation, 3 times higher than tardigrades. It pieces its shattered DNA back together like a puzzle, making it the most radiation-resistant organism known. But unlike tardigrades, these bacteria are single-celled. Tardigrades are complex multicellular animals with muscles, nerves, and reproductive systems, making their space survival far more extraordinary. Why would an Earth creature evolve the ability to survive space? It has not, because they plan to travel to the stars. These superpowers evolved to help them survive extreme conditions right here on Earth, droughts that dry up their mossy homes, freezing winters, boiling heat, and high-salt environments. The ability to survive space vacuum and radiation is just a lucky side effect of adaptations for life on Earth. This challenges everything we thought about the limits of life. For astrobiologists, people who search for life beyond Earth, tardigrades are a game-changer. If life can survive unprotected in space, it's possible that microbial life could travel between planets on meteoroids, a theory called panspermia. Tardigrades show that life might be far more common in the universe than we ever dared to hope. Their superpowers also benefit humans right here on Earth. Scientists are studying tardigrade proteins to create new radiation-shielding materials for astronauts, better sunscreen, drought-resistant crops, and even medical treatments that protect human cells during radiation therapy for cancer. The same proteins that shield tardigrade DNA could one day protect humans during long missions to Mars or beyond. These tiny creatures, once ignored as minor curiosities, are now some of the most important subjects in biotechnology and space science. It is easy to overlook the smallest living things around us. We marvel at big predators, majestic mammals, and colorful birds, but some of the most incredible stories in nature belong to creatures we can barely see. Tardigrades remind us that life is stubborn, creative, and unbelievably resilient. They have survived every mass extinction in Earth history, and they will likely outlive our species. They flow through space, sleep through decades of drought, and wake up ready to carry on. They are proof that the most amazing wonders of the natural world aren't always the loudest or the largest. Sometimes, they are the tiny, quiet survivors that keep pushing the boundaries of what life can do. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.